does that I like is they have great team companionship. You know, you look out there, and it seems like they're always rooting for one another. Now, if they're not, they're faking it awfully well. But, you know, they slap each other on the butt. Everybody seems to be in the game, and he keeps them very involved totally. And I like that. And then they run that break that they just keep coming at you right after you score. They're going to put pressure back on you. They do a heck of a job with all their variations of zone defenses, half court, full court. And he does a good job. He gets a lot of mileage out of what he has, and he has some good athletes, and he plays the game to their ability. And they come at you, and sometimes, you know, people kind of, you know, they look and they say, man, you know, they're not very organized. But when you look at it, it's an organized fast break, and it's an organized speed game, and they go to the same spots every time and time again, and they go there no matter what, no matter who's there. And that's good preparation. I've been around, you know, long enough to know that a lot of that's done in practice. I mean, you know, that's a drilling that's done day in and day out. And the game of basketball is a game of habits. And when you get in good habits and you do that habit every day, then it becomes a habit that you're going to experience in a game.
That's a great evaluation of the thing. Many coaches have said that, and I think you're echoing things people like Fort Hays, Kansas, who have recognized Rudy's organized fast break and complimented him on it. Gary, your starting lineup, one of the finest teams probably in the WVIAC. There's no doubt about that, and we can even go further, maybe in the Final Four in the Kansas City tournament in March.
Frank, if you scurry through any news comments that I made before the game yesterday, both on radio and newspaper, I said they're probably the best team I've played in 18 years, including any of those out of Kansas City. But I realize coaches make so many comments that they tend to overlook most of them, and I don't think anybody really caught that. I knew they were going to be that tough. I didn't plan to lose by that many. Fact is, I wasn't even planning to lose. I don't approach the games that way. But all I'm saying is I knew they would be the toughest team that we ever faced.
Looking at this side now, Gary Nottingham, impressed with your program, even though the loss, he watched the team, can see your preparation through, and knows that your attack is devastating once it cuts loose and is organized.
Well, you know, we feel the same way about them. They won 12 out of 15 games. They're doing very well this year. They had a 12-point lead on Gardner-Webb, so you know, all we're saying is both of us are capable of winning.
Coach, you're going to shuffle the starting lineup tonight and try a different approach.
Yeah, in a way I am. We're starting Terry Clark underneath with Rob Montgomery, and I'm moving Theron Hogue, who normally plays underneath the basket, out to a swing position, along with Darren Walls at the other swing position, and Sean McCallister at point guard. In some respects, it's a mild shake-up, a mild lineup change. That doesn't work. We have an idea or two to go beyond that. And we've got to find who we are real quick, though, because we play at West Liberty next Wednesday, and Westminster, who's one of our longtime big rivals, a week from tonight, next Saturday.
Thanks for your time before this important game and trying to get the season going, Rudy.
Thanks, Frank.
And assistants Larry Marshall and Ray Natilli, and also student assistant Coach Tim McConnell. Frank, those guys earned their money this morning and this afternoon.
John, when we came out into the hall, to look out in the hall, we saw the Waynesburg College Yellow Jackets lined up as they were using Rudy Maurice's room as the meeting room, and each one, of course, as they call brain session and talk things over. 38-point loss, the biggest loss that Rudy Maurice has ever encountered in his coaching history at Waynesburg College, and possibility of losing 2 in a row, which hasn't happened since 1984. And we're talking history making things happen here, and Rudy won't stand for that. And it wasn't the bawling out type of meeting, but more of let's get together. And if you heard Gary Nottingham talk, he sees Waynesburg College as a close-knit group. Everyone's in the game, intensity, and no one's daydreaming with their own things, and that's a credit to Rudy and his coaching philosophy.
Okay, one of the things they are going to do is shake up the starting lineup just a little bit, and we'll be back to take a look at those starting lineups, both the Yellow Jackets and the change in the starting lineup tonight. Sean McCallister will still be at point guard. Darren Walls will be the other guard. But Theron Hogue has been moved out onto the wing tonight because Rick Puskar is not starting. So Hogue moves into Puskar's spot on the wing. And joining Hogue in the starting lineup tonight is the junior Terry Clark, getting a rare start. Terry Clark, the junior from Peabody High, averaging 5.5 a ball game. And the center will be Rob Montgomery, who's having a pretty good spurt of late for the Yellow Jackets after suffering some back problems. He's now averaging better than 11 points and 8 rebounds a ball game. The reason Clark is starting, there are many reasons why, which we don't really have the time to go into tonight. But one of them, Frank, is, and maybe the most important, is that they feel as though the Pioneers are suspect along the baseline and can be had down low. And Terry Clark does play the baseline very well.
Picking on the freshman, John Jividan, probably is what happened last night. The rally made by Gardner Webb was on the baseline, and the ability to penetrate John Jividan, the 6'5 freshman, weak on defense in that area. All the coaches saw it, and Gardner Webb took advantage of it to pick up a 12-point deficit halftime and win by 3. So Rudy Marisa trying the same philosophy here tonight, but Terry Clark, well thought of by his teammates and trusted. So this is going to be a nice game to watch.
Here we go. Matt Bullitt, the jumping center for the Pioneers, and they control the opening tap, even though Rob Montgomery controlled the tap. The 1-and-1 rebound goes to Waynesburg. Samuels to McCallister in backcourt. Sean now will walk it over the timeline and set it up with a half-court offense. Here's Walls to Puskar on the outside as Theron Hogue comes out to take it. Starts inside, pulls up, dumps it off to McCallister, and Sean will dribble back to the point and look to set it up on the left side to Theron Hogue. Looks for the lob down low. Nothing. Samuels, 15-foot jumper. Good.
Gets the roll that time. Derek rattles it in.
So Derek Samuels into the scoring column for the first time this evening as 22-16. Jackets with their biggest lead of the night. Biggest lead either way, as a matter of fact. Again, the half-court trap. Glenville breaks it with a long pass to Rudy Watts. They trap Watts in the corner. He flips it back outside to Glover. Glover goes over on the right side to Jividan, back outside to Greer. Greer has it into the corner. Jividan, 18-footer, good.
Jividan, shooter, a freshman.
6 points for him on the evening, and it's 22-18. 7:15 left to play in the first half. Jackets with the lead in the ball. Here's Sean McCallister working on the point along with Theron Hogue on the outside now. High post to Samuels, back out to Walls, and around over on the right side to McCallister. High post, Puskar just checked into the ballgame, turns and fires. It's good.
Good move in the paint that time. Rick got the defense in the air, went under it, put it in with a 4-footer.
Rick starting now as Terry Clark gets a break for Waynesburg. And here's again the half-court trap. Break it, long pass, Watts, jumper good. Rudy Watts is now they're going over the trap. An adjustment made by Gary Nottingham, the Glenville coach. Now has them passing over that trap at half court that Jackets set up so successfully in the early going. It's 24-20 right now. Waynesburg with the lead. McCallister jumper, no good. Rebound, Walls, up and good.
Puts it up, beautiful offensive board. Too fast for Glenville. I would say they didn't even see Walls. He came in so fast on the board.
So again, Waynesburg trapping. Again, the long pass to break it. Jividan baseline, no shot, back out to Greer. To the point to Gandy. Now over to Glover, over on the right side. Glover back to Gandy, and to Greer has it now in the corner. On the left side, it goes to Jividan, back out to the point. Now around the right, jumper way outside, did no good. Rebound goes out to McCallister. Sean on the run of the fast break, flips it to Walls. Behind the back in the lane, loose ball, McCallister to Hogue, jumper good.
There's a loose ball came up, and very good execution.
And timeout called by Gary Nottingham of Glenville State. 5:48 left to go in the first half. Waynesburg 28, Glenville 20. Be back to West Virginia. John Loper with Frank Busick with 5:48 left to go in the first half. Jackets on top by 8, 28-20. Waynesburg, very intense basketball team tonight after suffering that 38-point defeat last night. Here's Glenville on the attack now following their timeout. And still, and the point guard is Greer. Off guard is Gandy. Greer handling it now, top of the key. They go to Bullitt on the wing. Over on the right side, back to Gandy. Starts inside, pulls up, goes to Watts, left side baseline, takes the jumper. Good.
Watts, an excellent player, a senior, and he can score and scrap. He's a good player.
Here comes Waynesburg down the floor. It's Theron Hogue bringing it into forecourt. Waits for McCallister. Now goes to him, and the point guard sets it in motion on the left side baseline. Hogue drive, shoots, good.
Theron, beautiful definition to that shot. He just went up perfectly, and he just could seem to hang there from about 10 feet and puts it in with a nice arc.
30-22, the Jackets lead. Under 5 minutes left to go in the first half now as Glenville works deliberately again against the Waynesburg zone defense as they try to trap the ball with Bullitt handling it over there on the left side. Now they get through the trap. Right side baseline, Rudy Watts, cut off by Samuels, pulls up, goes to Greer. Greer works back to Watts, again, baseline right side, fakes the jumper, goes to Bullitt. Bullitt has the ball knocked away by Walsh, gets it back, and Bullitt now will dribble outside and go to work once again. Now they go down low along the baseline and threw a trap shot forced up, no good, but a foul called on the play.
There were only 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and drew the foul. Pick up on the foul, we'll see. Rick Puskar.
John Harris, the man who was fouled, will go to the line. How's this for a story, Frank? You notice bandage on his left hand?
Yes, I do.
He has over 40 stitches in his left arm. He was in a car wreck about a week ago, coming back from Christmas break, coming back to school.
And he's a southpaw. So.
Yep. And he was in a car wreck, was hospitalized for a couple of days. He makes it 30-24. That's the Waynesburg lead as the Jackets come into forecourt with a long pass to Puskar baseline. Pulls up, goes back to McCallister, back to Puskar. Jumper good. From deep in the corner. An 18.5-footer, one might say, from deep in the corner. Puskar with 4, and it's 32-24. Now, Rudy Watts drives the baseline for Glenville, pulls up, pops, no good, tap up, no good. Rebound tapped outside. Samuels to McCallister. McCallister into forecourt. Sean flips it in the lane. It's knocked away by Glenville. All that did was spoil the fast break because it would be Waynesburg's ball once again along their own baseline.
Derek getting some instructions from Rudy Marisa. Rob Montgomery on the bench with 3 personal fouls.
Here's a jumper. Theron Hogue, good. 15-footer Hogue from right along the baseline. Theron has a half dozen. It's a 10-point Waynesburg lead now with 3:50 left to go in the first half. Pioneers continue to work it on the right side, each trip down the floor. They go to Watts, now top of the key, Greer, around over on the left to Jivitin, mishandles the ball, back outside to Bullitt. Bullitt fires, no good. Rebound is loose, up with it is Samuels, ahead to McCallister. McCallister on the run on the fast break, behind the back, flips it to Theron Hogue. He pulls up and fires, and it's good.
Theron's really on tonight. One big improvement, noticeable, would be shooting percentage in the first half. The stats come out, Waynesburg way over 60% right now.
Jackets on top now by 12 as they continue to pull away. This is the biggest lead of the night for the Yellow Jackets with 3:10 left to go. Here's a jumper, no good. Glenville partially blocked. Up with a loose ball, Samuels flips it to McCallister. Sean takes it to the baseline, dumps it off Puskar, drive, shoots, no good. Rebound, Glenville State. Rudy Watts pulls it down, clears it in backcourt to Greer, and the Jackets drop back on defense as Greer just trots it over the timeline. And now they try to work it again to Watts in the corner right side. Nothing there. Back out to Greer, top of the key. Over on the left wing to Gandy. Gandy bounce pass into the corner to Rudy Watts, or check that, to Harris. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. They say Harris lost it. I guess that could be that bad hand. He just lost the handle, and they trapped him over there.
Theron Hogue responsible for the trapping department. And when you're trapped by Theron, you have a tough job getting out of it.
So with a 12-point lead, here's Waynesburg into forecourt. Puskar in the wing goes to McCallister, now to Walls, and the Jackets again go into a 5-man weave. No one posted up, everybody weaving through the zone as they try to shorten up the first half a little bit and get the back door open. Now they go down low to Theron Hogue, turnaround jumper, good.
Theron's doing it all tonight. He has a nice matchup inside with the young man Jivitin, who can't handle it.
All of a sudden, Hogue with a hot hand. He has 10. It's 38-24 Waynesburg. And Glenville, again, very deliberate each time down the floor. They just can't get it inside. They can't get any kind of a break going. So they just continue to work the perimeter, trying to break somebody free. Here's Watts along the baseline. Drive, shoots, and it's up, no good. Rebound up and good. And Rudy Watts on the rebound as 38-26 Waynesburg.
A good double effort by Watts, putting up the shot, getting his own rebound, and putting it in.
Jackets go backdoor. McCallister baseline shoots, good. How about that? Little Sean McCallister in amongst the Giants, and he makes it. Almost a steal by Waynesburg off the inbound, and Glenville throws it away. They trapped Rudy Watts, who, in desperation, came up with a loose ball at midcourt. I know Gary Nottingham doesn't want Watts handling the ball out in that area, the midcourt, and that's why, because Watts just threw it away. So, here's Waynesburg leading 40-36 as McCallister drives, shoots, forces it up, no good. Rebound goes to Glenville, and the other way on the fast break is Greer. Takes it coast to coast, blocked by Walls. Loose ball picked up by Bullitt for Glenville. Fires, hits, it's good.
Matthew puts it up, Matthew puts it in.
Bullitt with a dozen on the night in the first half. He leads all scorers as we're inside 1 minute to go in the first half. Waynesburg leads it 40-28. Now the Jackets turn over as Rick Puskar called for traveling after getting the ball at the top of the foul circle, starting inside.
Rick discussing this afternoon with me in the hotel about the nose guard that he wears. He had his nose broken, if you remember, in Urbana, Ohio, and he has to wear this for around 3 more weeks, I'm told. And he said it feels uncomfortable on, but it doesn't seem to bother his shooting.
Here's a steal by Waynesburg as Theron Hogue picks it off in backcourt. T with a dribble brings it into forecourt. Looking for help now as he pulls up, goes to McCallister, top of the key. Sean will just wait for Puskar to come out, go to him, and the Jackets now set the 5-man weave in motion as we're down to 35 seconds left to go in the first half. Waynesburg, backdoor, Samuels, baseline. No, that's Hogue. Fires, shoots, no good. Rebound and a foul call.
On Derek Samuels over the back on the offensive board, I believe. Yes, it is. Pushing off.
With the 1-and-1 in, Glenville will come this way. We'll have somebody at the foul line for the Pioneers. Seconds left to go in the first half. Jackets with the lead of the ball as McCallister will put it in motion, and they go to Theron Hogue now into the left side corner to Walls, who brings it back out to the top of the key with a dribble. Now flips it to Puskar, to McCallister, down low to Theron Hogue. He's stripped of the ball as he goes up for the turnaround jumper. Fouled before the shot. Theron will go to the line 1-and-1. Well, Theron shooting 2, not 1-and-1 from the line. They say fouled in the act. And for Theron, that's 11 in the first half. With 6 seconds to go, here's Bullitt down the lane for Glenville. Drive, shoots up, no good. Rebound Waynesburg, and that's the end of the first half. With the score, Waynesburg 41, Glenville State 30. Let's take this 3-minute timeout.
Done all season, really. The point guard, 1 point last night. Kevin Lee scored 2 points. These are foul shots, John, not field goals. So no field goals in the last game. The game before, Sean McCallister had 2 field goals. Kevin Lee had also 2. That was in the Tom Ackerman coach Bradford team. And really, not, there has to be an output coming from that. Jackets leading score in the first half, 11 points for the senior Theron Hogue, the most trusted Theron Hogue. And we have number 8 points for Sean McCallister, coming from the point guard position and driving and shooting also from the outside. We have Darren Walls with 6 in the first half. Rick Puskar coming in with bench points with 4 points from the floor. Rob Montgomery, after getting 2-3 personal fouls on him in the first half, still scored 8 points. He's 2 for 3 from the line. Derek Samuels came in for Rob, and he had 1 field goal and committed 1 personal foul. Terry Clark with 1 personal foul and also 1 field goal. He's a starter in this game, so Terry's infrequent starts. We have a 3 for 5 from the charity stripe for the Yellow Jackets and a 4 for 5 from the line for the Glenville Pioneers. So the score at halftime is 41 for the Waynesburg College Yellow Jackets, 30 for the Glenville State Pioneers.
Into the corner, tracked down by Hogue for Waynesburg, ahead of McCallister. Sean pulls up after crossing the timeline. They'll set it up half court. Walls underneath. Clark's fouled as Terry went up for the shot. He was stripped of the ball and fouled on the way up, so he'll go to the line for 2. The foul is back in the ball game for Waynesburg. If you just joined us, Rick did not start tonight and did not start the second half, but has seen action, has scored 4 points thus far for Waynesburg. Here's Glenville on the attack, handling the ball on the outside is Smith. Smith in the corner to Rudy Watts. Now in the lane, ball knocked loose. Up with it is Glenville, drives the baseline, up and good. That's Glover on the drive. Nice move, a circus move by the freshman Glover, and it's 54-41. Jackets into forecourt, Walls, baseline Puskar, back underneath, Samuels, good.
Well, Rick took the whole team with him that time. They went for the fake, and he just got it into Samuels in the paint.
Jackets playing well. They're down to 13:55 left to play in the ball game. Glenville, forecourt baseline. Bullitt drives up and good. A reverse layup for Matt Bullitt. He has 20 points. He's averaging 31. Here's Waynesburg, forecourt. Puskar drives and shoots. He's hammered on the way up. Ball does not go, and Puskar will go to the line for a pair.
Rick with a spinning move that time at 360, and Rudy Watts, not Rudy Watts, but number 24, Todd Smith, picking up a personal foul.
And the bonus not in yet at either end of the floor.
Team third.
Well, we said Clark has been struggling at the line. Puskar has been the most proficient Yellow Jacket this year, shooting about 89%. He makes the first.
Rick, not only an excellent basketball player, but an excellent student.
And the second one is good. Got the front of the iron, got the roll. So he has a half dozen. Here, Rick, an academic All-American last year, the NAIA. Here's Glenville in the forecourt. Stolen away by Theron Hogue, deep in the corner. Goes along past the walls into forecourt. It's knocked away by Glenville. Tracked down deep in the corner, but not before it went out of bounds. Tracking it down was Rick Puskar, but they say last touch by Glenville. So Waynesburg will inbound it at their end of the floor. Nice steal, that trip down the floor for Theron Hogue. And the inbound play, they go to T, down baseline, goes to Samuels in traffic, and he's fouled from behind before he can go up for the shot.
There's a foul again on Glover. His second. Team fourth.
Jackets inbounding it from the baseline. Go to Hogue. Jumper, yes.
Theron brilliant tonight from the floor.
He's hot. 17 points on the evening. And the score is 60-43. That's the biggest lead of the night. Jackets led at halftime, 41-30. And Glenville goes down low to Glover. Glover can't get inside, has to bring it back out to Smith. Around the horn to Bullitt. Baseline drive. Forces one up. No good. Rebound Glenville. Watts up good.
Watts gets the roll that time. Good defense by Derek Samuels. Timeout, Glenville.
All right, so with you to roll along Waynesburg's way here in the second half after dominating the first half of play, they've been just continuing to pull away from these Pioneers in the second half.
It's been fun watching it, watching the coaching philosophy come true and putting words into action. And if you see the thinking that goes on and get the chance to talk with the coaches and their deliberations, it's just an excellent job this evening.
Here come the Jackets into forecourt. Walls takes it inside. He's hammered. He tried to dish it off at the last minute to Rick Puskar, and before the dish, he was whacked. And let's see if they interpret that as a shot. I don't think he intended to shoot. I think he really intended to dish it off.
Todd
he was in a shooting kind of motion, though. So.
Well, before. Todd Smith gets it before he gets the ball in.
Yep, they say it. Well, all right. Everybody lined up. They were going to let him shoot. Jackets inbounded from the baseline. They go to Walls. Darren in the corner is trapped over there, in trouble. Now has it taken away, but a whistle on the play, and I believe we're going to get a foul.
No foul.
No foul, just forced out of bounds, they say. Okay, so Waynesburg inbounds to Theron Hogue. Around the horn, Walls, top of the key, to McCallister on the wing. In traffic, the Puskar fires. It's good.
Well, the senior Rick Puskar really filled the paint that time. Good assist by McCallister.
There were bodies all over that painted area and a lot of traffic, Rick, with a turnaround shot, and it's 62-45. Glenville, Watts, corner right side. Back out to Glover. Starts inside, pulls up, fires. It's good. Good move. Jim Glover off the bench now with 4. And Waynesburg quickly into forecourt. They pull up the Puskar in the corner on the left side. Rick trapped there, flips it to McCallister. Sean looks to Walls, top of the key. Doesn't go to him, though. Goes to Puskar on the wing. Down low to Theron Hogue. Ball knocked loose, but Walls picks it up. Walls a 360. Starts inside, pulls up, goes back to Hogue. Hogue underneath Puskar, and he's fouled. Glover got him. Good ball movement and good movement away from the ball by the Yellow Jackets here in this ball game tonight.
That was the 16th foul of the second half, so one more and the bonus will be in.
And Waynesburg inbounds it from the baseline, their end of the floor. They do so to Theron Hogue, back to Walls. Darren pulls up now at the top of the circle, brings McCallister out, flips it to Sean, and the playmaker will put it in motion again to Walls on the right side. A behind the back flip into the corner to Theron Hogue. Hogue trapped over there and stolen away. Rudy Watt picks his pocket off the trap. Into forecourt it comes to Bullitt. Bullitt now pulls up as he starts inside over there on the right. Instead, elects to flip it back outside to Greer, and Paul Greer will put it in play as he goes to Glover. It's Glover and Greer at the guard positions now for Gary Nottingham and the Pioneers. Low post, down low, Watt stolen away. Theron Hogue on the steal, ahead to McCallister. Long pass to Walls is stolen away by Glenville, and we go the other way. Here's Bullitt on the stop and pop, three-pointer, no. Rebound, tapped up, no, and up and good on the second attempt. This time it's good, and that's Todd Smith, his first bucket of the night. Rudy Marisa wants timeout. We have 11:04 left to go in the ball game. Waynesburg 62, Glenville State 49, and Frank and I will be on the road again. Well, Wednesday, we'll actually be on the road a lot this entire month. Wednesday night, the Yellow Jackets will play at West Liberty in suburban Wheeling, and our airtime will be 7:10. And then a week from tonight, the District 18 play cracks up, and Waynesburg will be facing one of their toughest tests thus far in the young season as they go on the road to play Westminster up in New Wilmington, Pennsylvania. And we'll be live from Westminster Saturday night, a week from tonight, starting at 7:10. Hope you could join us on FM 103.1 WANB. Waynesburg, Washington, Uniontown. Following the Rudy Marisa timeout, the Jackets inbounded in backcourt. McCallister to Samuels, stolen away by Glenville, and off the steal, here's Smith on the drive, up and good. Todd Smith stole it and then put it in. And it's 62-51. And here's Waynesburg again, faced with a kind of a half-court trap. They break it, baseline Puskar, jumper, good. Rick Puskar, swish from about 15 feet away. That puts Rick into double digits with 10.
That's a backbreaker. Glenville really hard to rally from that beautiful movement of the ball, and a nice conversion by Rick Puskar with a 16-footer.
And here's Glenville, long cross-court pass, three-pointer Smith, good.
Yeah, if you do it three at a time, you catch up real fast in this game.
There's 7 on the night all of a sudden for Smith. And the transfer from Randolph-Macon shows some shooting ability. Here's Waynesburg. McCallister, man all over him, gets by and goes to Walls. Walls to Puskar, down low to Hogue. Hogue on the baseline, lobs it to Samuels. Samuels cross-court baseline, Puskar, shot up, no good. Rebound, Puskar up, no good. Foul call.
Rick gets inside that time. Good offensive boards by the Jackets.
So Puskar will go to the line, having been fouled in the act of shooting, and he will attempt 2 free throws.
Matthew Bullitt with a personal foul. Matthew only his second. Team 7th, so the 1-on-1's in both way, or one way.
First one, Rick, is good.
Rick playing well off the bench tonight. He has perfect 3 for 3 from the line and 11 points.
Senior out of Laurel Highlands High School in Uniontown. Second on the way, and it's no good. Got the front of the iron, and the rebound goes to Bullitt for Glenville State. 65-54. Jackets lead. 9:50 left to play in this game. Glenville trying to make a run now, and here's Greer. Bounce pass, goes to Glover, drives down the lane, up and good. The lane was wide open, and Glover took it in and put it up and down. He has 6, and it's 65, makes the 65-56. The Glenville Pioneers have cut the Waynesburg lead to 9. Jackets better be careful. They were cruising just a little while ago. Here's Waynesburg on the attack. McCallister handles it, goes to Puskar out near midcourt. To Walls on the right side. Baseline, McCallister inside to Samuels, loses it. Puskar picks up the loose ball, flips it to Walls, and it's stolen away. It's Glover on the steal, lays it up and in. Glover all of a sudden has 8 points, and the Pioneers are making a run at the Yellow Jackets, and Rudy Marisa wants another timeout. We have 9:08 left to go in the ball game. It's Waynesburg 65, Glenville 58. Look out, we'll be back in 1 minute. Is making a run at the Yellow Jackets now as they've cut it down, the lead down to 65-58. And Frank Busick just pointing out during the commercial break that the key to all this, Sean McCallister, having scored 8 in the first half, has yet to score in the second half, and they've shut out Walls in the second half as well. Okay, following the Waynesburg timeout, here's McCallister to Puskar as they set it in play, coming at our end of the floor. And now the Jackets go into their 5-man weave. Going to try to shorten this game up a little bit and sit on that lead, run that shot clock down each trip down the floor. McCallister working at the point, barking some signals, moves some people around. Now goes to Theron Hogue. Hogue to Montgomery has come way outside, and Hogue goes posted up high, and they try to get to it but can't. It's McCallister handling it outside near the midcourt area. Now into the corner to Rob Montgomery. Back out to Sean. Around the Puskar. Jumper good. Three-pointer. Rick Puskar. 14 for him. 66-58. That'll quieten the Pioneers a little bit, I guess.
They go to Rob Montgomery back in. Big difference on the underneath where the wide openness was. We noticed where the young man was getting inside. His name's James Glover.
Gave the score incorrectly. It is 68-58 following the three-pointer. And a whistle and a turnover, Glenville, as Glover tries to drive past walls and get down along the baseline, forced into a turnover. And walking is the call, and now Waynesburg will bring it into forecourt. McCallister to Theron Hogue, back to Sean. Sean, bothered by Greer, now pulls up and goes to Walls. Walls to Montgomery. All this happening out near midcourt. Now high post to Theron Hogue, and down the lane to Montgomery on the give and go, and Rob puts it in. 14 for Rob, and it's 70-58. Waynesburg has now entered the Glenville run and has begun a little run of their own the other way. 7:35 left to play in the game. Pioneers, Bullitt handling it in the corner. Back outside it goes. Right back to Bullitt. Three-point attempt. Good. Bullitt drills it.
He's on tonight. His first three-pointer, but he can shoot it from anywhere.
Waynesburg answers right back quickly into forecourt. They come baseline. Puskar. Nothing there. Glenville back to clog it up. They go to Theron Hogue. Now backdoor baseline. Shot up Samuel. No good. Rebound. Puskar fires. No good. Rebound taken by Montgomery. Up. No good. Rebound Montgomery. No good. Holy cow. 5 times and a foul called on the play.
5 offensive boards that time. Rick Puskar missing at point blank. He had the best shot. And Rob Montgomery just took it up with all the beef coming at him. And he's fouled, I believe, by number 34, Rudy Watts.
And Rob will go to the line to shoot 2.
Rob is dynamite on the board. Tremendous center.
15 now, and it's a 10-point basketball game, 71-61. As Glenville inbounded, steal. McCallister, foul called on the play. Sean on the steal called for the personal foul, going against Greer, trying to steal the ball.
Strange call, but that's the way it goes. Rick Puskar picked up the personal, his second.
Oh, it wasn't on McCallister.
No.
Oh, all right. McCallister did get the clean steal. They call it on Puskar. Okay. So here's Glenville working it around the perimeter once again. Now high post to Rudy Watts. Nothing there. Into the corner. Greer shot up. No good. Rebound off the air ball is Walls. Walls into forecourt. Walls baseline. Hogue. They're on fakes and shoots. Good. Foul call.
And then follows through with a ball. Beautiful play by Theron Hogue.
What you call your basic senior fake along the baseline by T, and he'll go to the line now with a chance.
6 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Still, Walls has not scored in the second half.
Theron does not convert the three-point play. It's so good. The foul on Rick Puskar. A little patty cake going after the rebound of the missed foul shot. And Rick, guilty party. And I believe that will put the bonus in at the other end of the floor.
Oh, yes.
No?
That's the 6.
Okay, so that means that Glenville wouldn't bound it in backcourt, and they're getting backcourt pressure. Walls and Puskar pressuring Greer and Gandy back there, and they still haven't crossed the timeline. Still haven't crossed the timeline. Still haven't crossed the timeline. They didn't make it. The 10 seconds runs out, and Glenville turns it over, and again, it's the Waynesburg backcourt pressure that does it.
Excellent defense by the Yellow Jackets. They come after the whole game, as Gary Nottingham said, and your team has to stay up for that pressure defense at half court.
Jackets inbounded. McCallister has it over there on the left side. Now brings it out to the point and moves some people around. Goes to Puskar as they set it in motion. Everybody weaving in and out on the 5-man Waynesburg weave. Walls cross court to McCallister. He looks down low, but there's nothing in there. Everything's jammed up in the lane. So Puskar handles it on the outside. Now to Montgomery, out near midcourt. Here comes Theron Hogue to take a turn. Now to McCallister, and over on the right wing to Walls, deep in the corner to Hogue. Back out to McCallister, around to Puskar. Puskar makes the jumper, goes Montgomery. He shoots, no good. Rebound, foul called. Rebound goes to Waynesburg, and Darren Walls got a big hunk of Joe Gandy, really let him have it, and Darren caught, called for the personal foul.
Okay, my stats are wrong. That is 6th foul of the second half.
So again, Glenville will inbound it against backcourt pressure by the Yellow Jackets, and they do so to Gandy. Gandy goes to Greer. Greer breaks it to the 10-second line now with a long pass to Smith down along the baseline, but Smith turns it over, and again, it's that backcourt pressure that causes that. Smith got the long pass from Greer, and before he could completely control it, stepped on the baseline. And the Jackets get it right back, leading 73-61. We're down to 5:40 left to go in the basketball game. Good one. Glad you're with us. Jackets back on track, and look as though they're about to go for their 7th win of the year after a mighty defeat last night. Here's McCallister handling the ball, brings it back out near midcourt. Now looks inside, and nothing there. Pulls up, flips it to Montgomery, and back to Walls near the center court stripe. Here's Puskar handling it for just a moment, shovels it off to McCallister, and Sean moves over on the right. Goes to Walls in the corner, right side. Walls fakes the jumper, goes in the lane, back door to McCallister, and he's fouled. On the way up, Sean will go to the line to shoot 2.
Good move by Sean, a chance to get in the scoring column in the second half. And that's Matthew Bullock's 3rd. And he had 10 against Fairmont.
Oh, okay. Well, everybody scored against Fairmont. 75-61. That was the Jackets' best game to date. And they have played a really good game since then until now, tonight. Here's a shot, Glenville up, no good. Gandy, rebound, Waynesburg. Montgomery clears it backcourt to McCallister. Sean dribbles it up over the timeline. Gandy works on it, but Sean goes behind the back with a dribble. Now pulls up top of the key, goes to Vance Walker, who's just checked into the ball game for Waynesburg. Now to Theron Hogue. Vance is in there as Darren Walls has taken a seat on the Waynesburg bench with 4:30 to go.
Darren was hobbled. I saw his left ankle. He was not at full strength, and I think Rudy picked it up.
All right.
Coaching staff.
Here's Waynesburg on the weave. Walker handles it. Now he goes to Theron Hogue. Hogue shovels it off to McCallister. Sean starts inside. Drive, shoots. No good, but he's fouled. 10 seconds left on the shot clock as Sean decides to take it into traffic. He put it up, and we get a whistle on the play. And they say it was against Waynesburg. They say, I guess, Sean must have ran into his man after he shot the ball.
17th foul, yeah. It was a clean block, and Sean charged after the ball was released, picking up the personal foul.
He called Vance Walker, called for the foul, going for the rebound. It will be 75-63. That's the Waynesburg lead. Jackets, Walker, fast break, shot no good. Rebound is taken by Montgomery, up and in, foul call.
Fouled on the play. Great play, Rob Montgomery on the offensive board.
That's 17 on the night for Rob, and he can make it 18 with a 3-point play as he'll step to the stripe.
Harris picked up the personal for the Glenville Pioneers, and Rob goes up for the 3-point play.
Offensively, Waynesburg probably not going to reach their average, which is a little better than 96 points a ball game coming into tonight. They were held in the 70s last night.
Very patient tonight, using a lot of the clock.
Montgomery won a 3-point play, no good. He's having a tough time at the line. Here's a rebound. Glenville bullet in the forecourt. Pulls up, goes to Gandy. Gandy back to bullet. 3-pointer. Good. Foul call.
Great shot that time, and Vance Walker picks him up. 3-point, and a
free throw was down in the cylinder and popped back out. Rebound Waynesburg. Montgomery clears it to Lee. Kevin Lee over the timeline. Goes to Puskar on the wing. Theron Hogue out near midcourt. Now Vance Walker handles it as the Jackets are into the 5-man weave with nobody posted up. Here's Montgomery all alone, but they underneath. Finally, they see him. He stuffs it. Montgomery was floating underneath. He couldn't believe it. He was so all alone. Nobody could see him. Finally, Kevin Lee saw him, flipped it to him, and he gets the 2. Here's Glenville back the other way. A drive. Greer up, no good. Rebound Montgomery. And into forecourt it comes. Kevin Lee at the wheel and flips it in the lane to Hogue. Jumper short. Rebound Glenville. Pulled down by Glover. Into forecourt it comes. Baseline Watts. Drive, shoots, no good. Rebound Watts back up, no good. Out of bounds. Glenville ball.
Theron Hogue credit for the defense block shot that time. In comes Ron Moore to replace Vance Walker.
So a freshman in and a freshman out. Ron Moore just coming off of the injured ankle. course, he's a freshman out of Wash High, played on the state championship team last year up there, was the center there. And forward here. Here's a shot, Bullet, three-point range, no good. Rebound up and in. Glenville, Glover gets the rebound. He has 10, and a timeout called. 2:56 left to go in the ball game. Score, Waynesburg 79, Glenville 68. Let's take this break.
News. It's true.
Way to enjoy Yellow Jacket basketball on the radio. The Jackets will be on the road an awful lot during this cold, snowy month of January, and you can enjoy it at home. Nice, warm house, and get a cozy fire, and have Mario's deliver a pizza to your home and listen to basketball on WANB. Jackets lead. Kevin Lee with the basketball. Goes to Theron Hogue. Now Hogue looks in the lane. Nothing there. Has to go to Moore. Moore with a dribble brings it out to the point. Finds Puskar. Goes to him. Now back to Hogue. The Jackets, good movement with the ball and away from the ball now, with everybody weaving through the defense, trying to break somebody loose underneath. Here's Puskar handling it now. Looks to Montgomery. Goes to him outside. Rob, one dribble. Now goes to Kevin Lee. Lee calls some signals. Goes to Theron Hogue. In the lane to Puskar. He's tied up. Jump ball called. And off the alternate possession, Waynesburg will get control. And a brand new shot clock with 3:19 left to go. Glenville's made one run in the second half, cut it to the lead to 7. But the Jackets took command and moved it back up to 14. It's now an 11-point Waynesburg bulge. 2:15 left to play in the game. And Waynesburg quite content to use all 45 seconds of the shot clock if they have to. This drift down the floor. They've already used.
Almost. Close call in 5 seconds on running more.
Jackets moving the ball to Theron Hogue out near midcourt. Looks in the lane, nothing there. Now to Montgomery. Montgomery to Puskar. Puskar has the ball knocked away, gets it back, starts inside, pulls up, baseline. Montgomery drives, shoots, stuffs it. Good power move. Rob Montgomery with an in-your-face stuff at the end of it.
And assist by Puskar, and that was the big one. Rick Puskar really picked Rob up that time.
Here's a bomb outside Glenville. No good. Rebound Hogue. Waynesburg had the lead. Jacket pass break. Lobs it. Puskar. Baseline. Moore. Shot up. No good. He'll go to the line to shoot.
Ron gets hammered that time on a nice assist.
So the Jackets playing a lot more like a team here tonight in this game. And the score shows it. They lead 81-68. Rebound. Glenville. Rudy Watts clears it in backcourt to Bullet. And big Mr. Bullet runs it into forecourt, goes into the corner, jumper from the side, no good. Rebound is taken by Watts, up and good. Rudy Watts has 13 on the evening, 82-70. Jackets to the forecourt, Montgomery, and he's fouled. Bullet got him, and Rob will go to the line 1-1. Probably for the rest of the evening, having played a good game off the bench. Terry Clark started in place of Rick tonight.
If you're just listening to the final last night, if you're watching Penn State, didn't get to hear Waynesburg College getting thumped. I mean, a good kicking this time by West Virginia State. They beat them by 38 points here at their home floor. And now, in the second game, Waynesburg has a handy 12-point lead. Rob Montgomery makes the first free throw.
And Pat Robertson and Tom Caraffa getting set to check in for Waynesburg as Rudy Braitha will clear the bench. And they'll finish up the game. Montgomery makes the second. He's going to leave, having scored 23 points tonight. And a great effort underneath on the boards. Also coming out good for the evening is Theron Hogue. So all the starters out of there now. And here's Bullet from three-point range.
Rob Montgomery played with 4 fouls in the second half. Still scored 23, shot 5 for 8 from the line. Double figures again for Theron Hogue, 19, 1 for 3 from the charity stripe, 3 for 4 from the line for Rick Puskar coming in off the bench, and a big 10-point second half for 14 points total, 6 points for Darren Walls in the game. All in the first half, hobbled a little bit with that left ankle. 10 points for Sean McCallister, 2 for 2 from the line. Vance Walker scored a field goal, or 2 foul shots for 2. 7 points for Terry Clark, getting a starting nod, 2 in the first half, 5 in the second half. Again, a big night. Rick Puskar, 14-19 for Theron Hogue, 23 Rob Montgomery, 2 for Derek Samuels, 2 for Kevin Lee, and 2 for Vance Walker, 3 for Ron Moore. The team shot 16 for 25. Matthew Bullitt for the Glenville Pioneers.
Here comes Westminster just a week from tonight. The biggest District 18 game of the season thus far for the Yellow Jackets. Their time both Wednesday and Saturday, 7:10 here on WANB FM. Glad you could join us. John Loper along with Frank Busick saying so long from Institute, West Virginia. Again, the final score, Waynesburg 90, Glenville State 75. This has been a WANV Sports production.
Okay, you're experiencing back pain.